2016 would be a very big year. The apocalypse would happen, Trump would win the election, and so much more would happen in the same year. One thing which I would take out of 2016, besides the Chainsmokers having Closer, is what I have in this pocket right here. And it's called the Samsung Galaxy S7 from 2016.
Smesnug.
Now, the Samsung Galaxy S7 was released in March of 2016. This is, without a doubt, one of the nicest phones that I have in my collection. In fact, I would say that this is my favorite Samsung phone that I have. Now, I did say that I was unboxing my dream phone that came out in 2015. Although this has no Kindle against it, because this in itself is so much nicer. Like, it's actually a better built phone. And like, I would rather take the Edge phone over the regular S7, although this is still thicker. This also would bring back the SD card slot, the micro SD card slot, which was taken out at the previous generation. And as well, this was the very first Samsung phone to have water resistance. I know so many people took advantage of the water resistance when this came out, because it's such a good idea to be able to have a phone that could just last in fresh water, not salt water. Don't do that. And being able to have something like a stopwatch underwater instead of having another device possibly fail in the water. I am so happy that they brought back the SD card slot though, because the SD card slot was one of the things which a lot of people did not like getting rid of. It's kind of like the headphone jack with the iPhone 7, which would be ironically the same year. These OLED displays always look so good. Like, these are, without a doubt, one of the best phones in this generation. My friend Feline Techie, who actually has an S7, actually has the black version, which I love the black version of the S7 because it's like the best color. Like, the S7 and the S8 had the best jet black model. I mean, jet black was on the iPhone 7, but it scratched up way too easily. At least for the Samsung, it was at least a glass display, glass back, and all that. But I have the gold one, so it's a gold S7. As much as I would love to run one of these in 2026, well, one, the app support is basically bare bones. So like, this is running Android 7. You can get this all the way up to Android 8, but even then the support is still pretty bad. Plus, this phone right here is locked to Sprint, which, if you know, was bought out by a couple of years ago and no longer technically is its own network. So this phone it can't be activated even if it wanted to. It's actually funny because my S5 that came out a couple years before also is on Sprint, so both of these are both locked phones. But this one at least would be at least one that I could at least use on a regular basis ish. I tried using this as a music player for a little while, and yes, it was nice and everything like that. I still would rather go to the iPod. The camera quality is actually decent in this guy. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. You can see the video, it's on a Samsung.
Smesnug.
You can see the video here, like I'll give you a better shot of it, but yeah, this is recording on the Samsung. This is actually running on 1080p at 60 frames per second, so this is a pretty smooth video. The microphone is like right here, so you can see that like it's pretty okay. I wouldn't want to use this anyway because the battery isn't as good, and even on the wireless charging it does get a bit warm. Now, a phone that came out also by Samsung a couple months later with USB-C and that stuff was the Note 7. And I would love to have one of those at some point. It does have an exploding factor on it, so I mean, I probably shouldn't have it, but at least I have the S7, just the regular S7. I do love the S7 a lot. In fact, I would say that if I had one of these, I would just love it a lot. Like, I would actually love it more than the iPhone. The water resistance on it would be one of the big things I would take advantage of it. The thing about it is having a phone that you can record underwater and everything. This could be a really good underwater camera, but there's other alternatives. But, yeah, the S7, 10 years ago, 2 months ago, and now I'm actually happy I have one of these, and it's actually one of the nicest phones I have. So I'm going to say thank you guys so much for watching this little video on the Samsung Galaxy S7. Comment, like, subscribe, Bye.